Welcome to the doghouse. My name is Donna, and today I'm going to teach you how to bathe, dry, and straighten a Bichon Frise named Miss Jolly. And this is Miss Jolly. She's a 3-year-old Bichon. She comes from a family of 3 Bichons, Mrs. Jan Greenspan. Miss Jolly comes with us every week for her bath because, you know, these are high maintenance dogs. They need to be bathed and brushed every week. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started on her bathing process. Now remember, it's very important that you guys have all your tools and everything you guys need before you get started. Remember always first to put in the eye drops. It's very important that we keep the soap out of her eyes, so we want to protect it with the drops. I have a whitening shampoo that I like to use on Miss Jolly's because, you know, as you can tell, she has this beautiful white coat. She comes here every week. She's a pampered little Bichon Frise, as you can tell. She's used to this process. She does this all the time. Remember to keep your nozzle close to the coat. We don't want to spray her all over the place. Remember, some dogs don't like that, so it's really important that you lather your dog, have your towels, everything that you need right next to the tub so you don't have to go looking for it and your dog jumping around ends up injuring itself. I like to start at the base of the head and then work my way back. Remember, make sure you lather all that shampoo into her. I'm not sure why when you get whitening shampoo that is not white. It's actually purple. They make it into purple. And you can buy any whitening shampoo. Whitening shampoo is whitening shampoo. I mean, some have conditioners, some have for the texture of the coat. It just depends on what brand you like. Make sure you lather everything into her. Get it really deep down in her coat. Now, the whitening shampoo that I use, it has conditioner in it because I like to make sure there's a little conditioner just in case she's a little matted, that I can help get some of this mats out. I decided to pick Miss Jolly because she is a beautiful, beautiful Bichon. It's hard to find a really good Bichon, especially with a beautiful coat like this. Here's a tidbit about Bichons. I did not know that they came in 3 different colors. You know, they come in white, apricot, and tan. 90% of the Bichons that I see are all white. And they're supposed to have a black little nose. Bichons originated in Spain. You know, they came from the Mediterranean, and they were used. Remember, don't forget to do your anal glands. It's always important that you check back there to make sure you get all that stuff out of there. But Bichons were used as barters among sailors because they were such merry, happy dogs. The French loved them. You know, Bichon, the word Bichon in French means long-haired dog. That's what the Bichon word means in French. And the French love their Bichons. Remember when you're rinsing your dog off, that you get all the soap off of them. I like to cover their eyes, keep the nozzle right close to the skin. Scrub down into the coat so you make sure you get all that dirt and everything off of them. Remember that some of these dogs don't like the water around their face. So it's really important that when you get close to their head that you hold their nose down, hold them by the nozzle, cover their eyes, hold their ear flaps down so all that water doesn't get in their ear because, you know, remember all that moisture that builds up in their ear, that's how they get ear infections. Now that we've gotten all the soap off of her, we're going to rinse her off, get all this excessive water off of her. I like to squeeze all that water off. It makes the drying time not as long. And if you like, you can towel dry her. Now I like my Bichon straight, so I'm going to teach you how to force dry, get all this excessive water off, and then I'm going to teach you how to straighten her so when you groom her or when you go to the groomers and have your Bichon groomed, that, you know, they do it the proper way. Okay. All right. Now we're going to dry Miss Jolly, get all that excessive water off, and then we're going to finish her off by straightening her out. Remember, make sure you have the nozzle to her coat or down to her skin. Don't be blowing like this. Some of these dogs don't like that. It really freaks them out. I like to hold their nose down and start off with their head and kind of work my way back. Okay, now we're going to head downstairs and I'm going to show you how to straighten a Bichon Frise. As you can tell, she's used to this. And now we're done force drying Miss Jolly. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to straighten her with the hand dryer. So when you groom her, she's nice and straight. As you're drying, make sure you don't hold the dryer in the same spot because it gets really hot. And all you do is you fluff the hair as you're drying, moving it around. Remember, it's like drying our own hair, so don't hold it in the same spot because it gets very hot. Okay. She has to be completely straight before we can groom her. So it's really important that we get all these curls out of her because they look so much better when they're nice and straight. Now these dogs are very high maintenance dogs. They demand a lot of grooming. You have to groom them, bathe them, brush them at least once a week. Around the head, I like to hold it away at a distance, just kind of blow it in her face, not directly on her. But some dogs don't like it when the air is blown in their face. Okay. Now she's completely dry. It's really important that we get all the knots and tangles out of her. So you can start anywhere on your Bichon. I like to start on my head, make sure everything's brushed out. If you can't get the comb through, then that means you haven't properly brushed your dog out. So we're going to fluff her. Make sure that the comb goes all the way through her. Brush her legs out. That's why she comes in every week, because they're high maintenance dogs. They're expensive. They take a lot of time to groom. As you can tell, you have to fluff, brush. You know, Queen Victoria has like 30 Bichons. She loves her Bichons. The French love their Bichons. You know, they were bred between a Barclay Water Spaniel and a standard poodle. That's how you got this beautiful Bichon. I'm going to tell you what they're good for. It's not for protection. It's not to run off any rats, eat bugs, nothing like that. They're good for companionship. That's all they bred the Bichon for. It's to be good companions. So when the sailors used to go sailing from continent to continent, they loved to take their Bichons with them. And what they did on the ship was hang out with the sailors, and then when they get to the new continent and how they welcomed the new people was they bartered. That's what they did, was they traded Bichons. Because of their jolly and merry disposition. That's why people just don't have one Bichon. They have like 2 or 3 Bichons. You know, they're fun. They're agile dogs. They love to play. Now they are attention hogs now. They love it when you pay attention to them. See all that? That's because you have to make sure you get all the way down to their skin. Because if not, when you go to scissor, it doesn't look as good. 15, 20 minutes a day. If you take your brush and comb and just brush through them, they're easy to maintain. Okay, I think I have gotten all the mats and tangles out of Miss Jolie. And that is part 1 of how to bathe, dry, and straighten a Bichon. Part 2, I'm going to show you how to groom, cut her nails, and clean her ears.